Hi there. These comments are for TK. This is Michael. I'm getting ready to listen to your integrated speaking practice test. So I have the independent speaking rubrics here, and I'm getting ready to listen to it. And then, okay, how about this? So we have, you say, please listen to evaluate score, provide feedback on my speaking practice test. This is from official TOEFL IBT Volume 1, 4th edition, Practice Test 1, Question 3. Say, this is my script. I think I sometimes... I'm going to put here make mistakes pronouncing VMB consonant sounds. Okay, so let's listen to your practice test. Okay, let's listen to your response here. So I have what your script, and anybody at YouTube, you guys are thinking, Michael, you can't write a script. I don't have enough time to do that. But it's a good idea initially as you prepare for the TOEFL, especially integrated speaking. It's really tough to organize this kind of response. So as he writes his scripts out, his structure and his grammar and vocabulary becomes more natural. And then it'll be easier for him when he gets on the TOEFL exam. Okay, let's get started with
nonverbal communication, such as gestures and body movements, often.
Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Okay, here we go.
The reading explains that nonverbal.
No. The reading explains that nonverbal communication, blah, blah, blah. So do the pause right before that subordinating conjunction. It's better to do it right before the connector than after it. That helps you with your pacing.
Communication, such as gestures and body movements, often convey as much as verbal communication when talking. The professor expands this idea by giving two examples of his personal experience. First, when he had a surprise
And maybe the tone first.
visit by his uncle, the professor welcomed the person by telling him that he was happy and by jumping up and down, both verbally and non-verbally, reinforcing the message that the professor was genuinely delighted by his visit.
Good. Wow, that's really good sentence structure there. Reinforcing the message that the professor was genuinely delighted by his visit.
Second, when he was making a birdhouse with his daughter, he hit his thumb with a hammer. Though he verbally tried to assure her that he was okay, he was non-verbally sending a different message because his body movements, such as voice and facial expressions, showed that he was not okay at all. This time, the non-verbal message was more accurate.
Okay. And then how does that relate
The
to
reading
the beginning here, right? So your beginning part here is the reading is the definition or the concept of nonverbal communication, right? So you get to the end, this time the nonverbal message is more example. And then say, therefore, the professor, through these personal experience examples, gives accurate information about nonverbal communication or about verbal and nonverbal communication. All right. Okay, so I think overall it's a pretty good response. I'm going to put you at 24 to 26 points out of 30. Maybe just a few minor problems with pacing and also with tone. I agree with you. You have to be careful about that. Excuse me. A little tired today. I don't know why. But I think that V, you can probably pronounce that with a little bit more vibration. I think that would also be helpful for your intelligibility. But overall, I like your structure. I like your use of the transition words here. First, when he, and then second, when he made, he hit. So you have kind of parallelism going on there. You use that time clause and then the independent clause both times. That kind of parallelism helps to connect that part of your response. So that's pretty sophisticated what you did there. All right, so 24 to 26 points on this practice test.